Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Raila Odinga is on the presidential ballot for the fifth and the last time in his political career. And this is from himself. He has said that after this election, he is not going to vie again, whether he wins or whether he loses this election. And this is coming as exit polls, the polls that are almost to the election, because I think the very last polls we'll be expecting next week. According to the opinion polls, you're not supposed to release opinion polls 14 days to the election day. According to the exit polls, the polls that are now coming towards the end now, it's most likely it's showing that Raila Odinga is commanding a lead. And even though strategically, there is one that showed Raila is having a lead, and there was the other one, I think, that was also showing that Raila was trailing William Samoei Ruto. And you can see Raila Odinga's presidential bid as one that is very strategic, and no politician, you can take things to bank and borrow alone, will sustain the election cycle that Raila Odinga has sustained in his political career. Not even William Ruto will be in a position to campaign five times, mounting 5 successful presidential campaigns before you become the president. Perhaps to the young politicians, because mostly as we go, as the years move, I think our politics is becoming money oiled. That without money, you should forget about seeking an elective office. And today, while campaigning, and I think in West Pokot, in Elgeyo Marakwet, I listened to the tone of Raila Odinga while speaking there, because that is fairly a William Ruto zone. And I have also been skimming through, or rather perusing through Raila Odinga's social media pages, and the kind of messaging by his digital team. And I see a strategy that perhaps this is what has made him sustain the attacks. Moses Kuria told Kenyans somewhere that Raila Odinga do not stand and cannot vie, or rather should not vie, cannot be elected because of a fiscal, what, according, let me say, rite of passage. On the other end, Rigathi Gachagua and the team believes that Raila's age is an impediment to him ascending to presidency, amongst other reasons. And there have been an incompetency narrative meted on Raila Odinga. This is not something that is, for me, it's shocking, because that is what the politics of Kenya has been made to be. And of course, interestingly, it's upon you to find a way you meddle. You find a way you navigate. Keen to my interest, you will realize that Raila Odinga has never responded to Mount Kenya politicians. He has never. While I think the likes of Moses Kuria, the likes of the young politicians and then William Ruto, they've always wanted to get that audience with Raila, where they go and say something, but Raila gets to respond to the populist Moses Kuria when it stretches the limit. But all those that Rigathi Gachagua has ever mentioned, he has never spoken. He has never responded to those, and I think that has been very strategic. In this video, we are going to look at in-depth analysis, because in part of my analysis, I think in April, we came out guns blazing that perhaps the campaign strategies around Raila Odinga were not so keen on debunking propaganda and also using propaganda as a tool in their campaigns. Remember, during the burial of, I think that was Mwai Kibaki, There was a lot of propaganda that was propagated around that time. Even when Raila was campaigning in Central Kenya alone, there was a lot of propaganda. But the analyst had a feeling that Raila's team were doing less to do messaging on his end. But I think after the manifesto, you could assess and see that there is something that seems to have worked out for Raila Odinga's team. And because communication is very key to my heart, because that is my background, political messaging in the different tools that they have been using, the media team and the broadcast, I think there is a strategic approach to it, and you can see a lot of coherence. Now, peruse through Raila Odinga's Facebook page and you will see posters that are created by quotes from one Gideon Moi. There is also a quote from Martha Karua. There is a quote from Junet Mohammed. Now, these are some of the tools I have seen. I have also captured the skits that come through the graphic integrated formats, the GIFs, those ones that zinapita faster. So some of these have been made in a way, and of course the new slogan of Vote Blue, they've made in a way to allow for continuity. For example, let me say, political messaging is not on rallies. Let's be honest. For your message to sink in a rally, you need media. So that the people that are watching your rally from home, they tend to understand and listen to what you are saying than the people you are addressing in the crowd. There is a lot of noise. They are not even listening to it. There is a lot of euphoria. They are there to see the politician. But on the people that are watching home, with well-coordinated broadcast coverage that I think the Azimio team have enjoyed, to say the truth, they are really doing well. And this has helped at least to engulf and make sure that supporters of Raila are not infiltrated by the attacks. Now, one thing you will realize, I captured elections. My first interaction with politics was in 2015, Firimbi Operation. Then after Firimbi Operation, I covered 2017 general election while in media. Now, Raila has successfully pruned out the disruptive image in his campaigns. What made the 2017 campaigns to have the disruptive image was the protest of the IBC. Remember the IBC protest, the IBC must go and all that in 2015. Then from that, it built momentum to opposition politics in 2017. Raila was successfully branded to Kenyans as a violent politician, successfully branded to Kenyans as a man that thrives in violence. But with the kind of sober, with the kind of consultative approach to his politics, I think he has successfully pruned out that disruptive image. I want to say it was an image. Remember, there was some foreign company that was employed just to make sure that he can brand Raila that. Now, he has successfully done that by changing that and having a gentleman's approach to politics. Now, today I listened to the clip in West Pokot. Just listen to that there.
Hello? Hello? Mmetusikia vizuri? Sasa leo tumerudi. Mnakumbuka mara mwisho nilipokuwa hapa, vijana wengine walileta nyokonyoko. Nakumbuka. Nikawaambia kwamba hiyo sio ngwana. Sio ngwana, sio? Siasa unanisikiza tu. Kama hutaki yale mimi nasema, sio lazima ufanye. Sio? Na wewe vile ukiwa nafasi unasema yako na mimi nasikia. Sio ndio ni siasa? Ni siasa ya kistaarabu, sio? Hakuna vita. Mwishowe ni mambo ya kura tu. Na kura iko mfukoni yako. Ukipenda unipatie mimi, Nataka kupatia mpinzani wangu na mpatie yeye. Sio ni sawa? Alafu nihesabiwa sivyo? Alafu sasa kihesabiwa matokeo ziko hapo. Ukinishinda mimi nakusalimu wewe. Nikikushinda usalimu mimi, sio? Sio ni demokrasia? Si ni demokrasia? Sisi ni wandugu tu. Sisi ni wote ni wa Kenya. Kenya itakuweko hata baada ya tarehe 9. Sio? Kenya itaendelea mbele, sio? Sio sababu nasema sisi wa Kenya mpaka tujisarabishike.
That clip shows you the kind of approach that Raila Odinga had given the politics. Now, I also see the Reformers Club to have worked against have worked for him. Now, Raila Odinga, Matakarua, the Raila Odinga Matakarua ticket brought in fold leaders like Gitobi Manyara. I think I read his article. Gitobi Manyara, and the leaders that had been in the trenches fighting for multi-party democracy, and also the atrocious Moi regime that had never taken power, coalescing around Raila Odinga and Martha Karua ticket. That, in my understanding, helped even in fundraising. It is very easy because some of them are like Kiretu Murungi has been in power, at least in the governor, sitting governor. James Orengo is trying his luck, and there are quite a number of them that were in elective positions or maybe were in some powerful positions. This will help for Raila Odinga to have a successful fundraiser on his campaigns. But lastly, Raila's biggest strategy that I see is mobilization. I want to say that the institution of President Uhuru Kenyatta came in as a package for mobilization. If it is about election day, the CS in charge of ICT is being called to swing into action. If it is about the finances, the Mount Kenya Foundation billionaires are behind Raila Odinga because of the blessings, or rather the institution of President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So that mobilization, I think, worked very well, even for him to consolidate and bring Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo's guarantor in Raila Odinga government is President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And I want to believe to this has sustained him from the attacks and the critics, strong critics from Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. That was my bold.